Welcome to the 40th Annual Governor's Arts Awards Large Arts Organizations Nominee event. We are broadcasting today from the amazing Hotel McCoy. If you have not been down here, please come check it out. It's this beautiful old roadside motel that was restored, very art forward by a group of really innovative people. We'll take a quick walk through their gallery before we turn it over to Nicole Dahl, who helped curate this space. But we're in here in their main lobby area, and every hotel room is designed with murals and artists on the inside. They sell all this local art, and what they did is this is one of those spaces where they renovated and restored a location and a motel that now draws people, it draws economic impact, it supports artists. They have artist residencies here. They're really doing everything that we know that the arts can do, and they're doing it in a robust and inclusive way. So Hotel McCoy, please come check it out. But here to tell you a little bit more about that is the manager and operator, Nicole Dahl, and one of their resident artists.
Hotel McCoy, the idea of it was born in 2016, actually. We opened in 2018. The people behind Hotel McCoy, we are all travelers. And when we were dreaming of a hotel concept, we thought to ourselves, what is it about traveling that we love? And for me, whether I'm traveling for business or pleasure, by myself, with my family or friends, one thing doesn't change. And that is that I want to stay at a hotel that feels like the community I'm visiting. And from that idea, Hotel McCoy was born. A commitment to always renew properties, never erect a new building, but always make an older building come alive again. And in the design process, keep the community's culture in mind. So we're bringing the culture of the community into the building rather than trying to bring a company culture to a community. And then the third thing about our concept is that we really are people first, caring about our guests and the people that work with us. So Hotel McCoy opens in October of 2018. We wanted it to be a place that felt like art. It's an art hotel. So when you walk around, you'll see murals everywhere. Our walls are covered in murals. They're all really fun to take pictures with. Inside each room at Hotel McCoy is art by a local Tucson artist, and then the lobby is an art gallery. And all the pieces are for sale. We have a commission-free art program, which means if you buy a piece of art from Hotel McCoy, all of the proceeds from that sale go directly to the artist. The idea behind that was I also make art, and when I would create a piece, by the time I paid for all my material, and I priced the piece because I wanted it to sell. For me as an artist, I like people to, connect with my piece and be able to buy it. But the price point that I was selling it at after the venue would take 40 to 60% commission, it really left me barely covering my materials, let alone my time. So we thought as Hotel McCoy, one way that we could support local artists is by giving them a venue to showcase art and then sell their art without taking a cut. And it's a very symbiotic relationship because then, of course, our walls are covered in beautiful local art rather than, a print that you can select from a hotel art website. From that idea was born a new idea, which is a community entrepreneurial program. So we are partnering with local entrepreneurs who have really awesome business plans, but maybe don't have access to a brick and mortar location. And we are turning and converting some of our space into storefront space for them. So now when you visit Hotel McCoy, you will meet our first community entrepreneurial partner, Barrio Books. Barrio Books is a Latino-owned bookstore that is committed to carrying books in both English and Spanish, shelf space for BIPOC authors, local authors, and a lot of really cool community programs. And they give hotel guests 10% off any purchase. So I don't know, not to be, I am probably biased, but for me, if I was booking a hotel and it had a ton of local art and a bookstore, I would be sold. I really am proud of our concept, and I love what we've done here.
Hi, hello. My name's Amanda Rochelle, and I'm a musician, a poet, and a storyteller. And I also happen to live right here at Hotel McCoy as a part of their artist residency program. I've been living here for about 6 months, give or take, and it has been such a gift. I, turned a kitchenette space into a really homey studio apartment that honestly doesn't even look like a hotel room anymore. And in this space, I have created so many songs, written so many poems, and done a lot of self-reflection in the form of storytelling. It has been just like the best possible scenario I could have had during this really, not great time, especially for artists. So I am so grateful to Hotel McCoy. I don't think any other place could have invited me to still practice my creativity and not stifle it with stress. I, of course, have also recorded a ton of Music Mondays here. You can catch those on Hotel McCoy's Instagram once a week on Mondays. And I also got inspired to finally put out my EP, which is coming out this year, which has been a long time coming. So the most that I can say about this place, or at least the least, I guess, would be this place has been a invitation. It has been a gift, and I would not be at a place of peace within myself about how this whole 2020/2021 time has been in my life without a space that made me feel safe to create. So, thanks, McCoy. You're the real one.
Welcome back. We are here today to recognize large arts organizations and announce the 3 finalists in this category for the 40th Annual Governor's Arts Awards. Before I do that, because this will be our 3rd one now, I just really want to talk about the absurdity of arts judging arts. Because if you work in the arts, you know that everything is subjective. And so it's always really interesting being a part of arts organizations, and I've been a part of many, and there's great moments of celebrating each other, celebrating artists and organizations. But again, it's always kind of absurd. So I hope that we all know that we live in that nuance and that we embrace that, because it is, one way that the world works, and it doesn't work perfectly, but we're always trying to improve it. Here at Arizona Citizens for the Arts, we've always worked on the categories through input and feedback that we get, from the organizations. So just know that we are sending love to everybody truly and deeply for the work that they do. I mean, even having a category like large versus small is often tricky because, who defines what large is small? And we did put some boundaries on that for the sake of the awards, but we know that sometimes it's the smaller organizations that are the most nimble and reactive. Sometimes the large arts organizations can take more risks because they can spread things out, financially or out in the community. So all those things live together, and it truly is the arts sector that embodies that, because there is a vast spectrum of sizes of arts organizations, sizes of staff, the way that they reach geographically and across demographics. So we send love to everybody, no matter what you're doing, large and small, whatever that means to you. And thank you for joining us here today as we lean into what we're calling the large arts organizations. Now there's a lot of them, but today we're gonna hear who the 3 finalists are. But first, let's announce and celebrate the ones who are nominated this year. Arizona Conservatory for Arts and Academics. Arizona Opera. Black Theater Troupe. ArtLink. Chandler Museum. Desert Caballeros Western Museum. Flagstaff Symphony Orchestra. Museum of Contemporary Art, Tucson. SACA, Tucson. Scottsdale Arts. Shemer Art Center. Southwest Shakespeare Company. The Nash Jazz Club and Education Center. Foothills Fine Arts Academy. And the finalists are Black Theater Troupe, Phoenix. The Nash Jazz Club and Education Center, Phoenix. And Museum of Contemporary Art, Tucson. Congratulations to all the finalists and everyone making amazing art, especially during this time of a global pandemic. To those who are able to stay open, reopening, or staying closed temporarily for the safety of all of our audiences and our artists. Thank you. Stay safe.